Hello guys. It's been a while since I've sewn anything that I wanted to share with the group, but I was drawing in Auto Sketchbook the other day, and I wanted to share an easier way of adding patterns to your garments that you're gonna draw. So I am going to start. I'm gonna start by adding a print that I like.
I'm gonna choose this one.
And I am going to start by distorting it to kind of get it to where I want it to be.
And I kind of want to start with the bottom of the garment. I want this pink part here.
Excuse my son in the background. He's playing Roblox with his cousin on FaceTime. Okay, so I'm going to hit done. And that was the distort tool that I used, if you didn't know. Okay, so I'm going to hit done. Now, normally people would go in and, erase around the pattern. Normally you would drop the layer down below the garment and erase around the pattern. Easier way that we're going to do it is using the select tool. So I'm going to go back onto the layer where my garment is. I'm going to the select tool, which is here. This is the magic wand tool. The tolerance up and down kind of helps you determine how, and this is more so when you have like fine details, it's going to determine how much of whatever you've drawn it's going to grab. And that varies, but I won't get into that. I'm just going to go there. So I'm using the magic wand. I'm also going to click here. This means that I want to select more than one space on this piece. So for right now, what I'm going to select is here. So it magically selects that part of the garment that I've drawn. I'm going to go down to the layer that has the pattern that I want to use. I'm going to click in it. I'm going to hit copy. I'm going to go to the layer above the garment. I'm going to hit paste. What I need is there. I'm going to hit done. I'm going to get rid of that. And now it has the pattern that I want to use. Now, when I want to deal with the top of this garment, I'm going to go back to the layer that has the pattern. And I'm going to go back to the move tool now. I'm going to move this up. Okay, let me hit done. Fix my mess really quickly. Okay, I'm going to go back to the layer that I want to be on that has my pattern. Again, I'm going to go to the move tool. I'm going to go ahead and move this and decide, like, okay, if this is my fabric, kind of where do I want it to be and how do I want the colors to line up. I'm going to use that distort tool again
to kind of distort it to the way that I want it to be. Decide where I like things. Okay, I think I like there. I'm going to hit done.
I'm going to go back to the layer that has the garment. And this is distracting me, so I'm going to turn it off really quickly. I'm going to go back to the select tool, making sure that I have this plus sign here so it knows that I want more than one selection. I'm going to click here, there, here, and here. If you have like little pixels like right in here,
just kind of click on it. It'll kind of recognize like, oh, okay, you want all of this to be selected together.
Then I'm going to again go to the layer that has the print. I'm going to click. I'm going to copy it here. And I'm going to paste it onto this layer. It's where I need it to be. I'm going to hit done. I'm going to get rid of that. And there is my garment. This select tool is really good in that if you're maybe drawing something for your client, or I mostly do this for graphic design, not so much sewing. But if you're doing something for a client and they just kind of want a picture, let's say I want to give her some melanin. So I'm going to use the select tool again. I'm going to go ahead and tell it, and go ahead and add more than one piece. I'm going to go back to the garment. I'm going to tell it, go ahead and give me the face, the ears, the neck, and, all the rest of the body, the hands. By me selecting it all, I'm now going to go to my fill box, my fill color box, and I'm going to select the color that I like. Select a nice brown. Now, when I click, everything that I have selected is going to become the color that I'm wanting to use. And when you're done with the select tool, you just click your X. Let's say you have a client that is indecisive on, what colors they want to use. What I would do for that person is I would add a picture.
I think what I had chosen for these, this black is a tulle, and the silver is like a sequin fabric. So I'm going to go in here. I'm going to go ahead and put the tulle where I want the bottom to be. What I'm going to do is like a bottom end tool. I'm going to tell it I'm done there.
Go ahead and move that down towards the bottom. And I'm going to do the exact same steps that I did before. Again, I'm going to get rid of that because it's distracting me. I'm going to again use the select tool. Again, using the select tool. I'm using the magic wand. Clicking in the area that I want to use. Getting rid of any unnecessary little pixels. I'm going to go back to the layer that has the print that I want to use. I'm going to copy. Just create another layer. I'm going to paste. What I want is there. Get rid of that. Okay. Now that was the best picture of tool that I could find. So that might not be the best example, but it was the best that I could do. And then on this layer again that has the fabric that I'm wanting to use, I'm going to add the sequin. The sequin fabric. And gonna position it where I need it. Okay, so there's the sequin. I'm done. Gonna get rid of that because I can't see. Go back to the layer that has your drawing. Select tool. I keep on clicking the move tool. Select tool. Make sure to add because you're gonna have to click on different parts. Her shoulder, inner body, bodice. Okay. Get rid of those little teeny tiny pixels best you can. Okay. Go back to the layer that has the print that you're wanting. You're gonna copy in. What have I done? Why is it telling me no? Oh, you have to make sure that the layer is visible in order for the copy to work. Okay. Copy. Come up here. Go ahead and paste it. It's where I need it to be. Then go ahead and get rid of that. Okay. And so there you have it with that. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this because I don't like it. I think it's ugly. I'm going to, with the bottom part, I'm going to, how do I want to do it? Let me see. Because I want to get rid of that bottom part. I think I'm going to try my select tool again. I'm going to go to the layer that has the print. I'm going to tell it, go ahead and select that. Go ahead and select that piece of the garment. Okay, now I'm gonna go back to this layer because this layer has what I'm finding offending. I'm gonna go in here, right? I'm gonna go in here. I'm gonna go to my color picker and I'm gonna say I want to erase now, or I want to clear the color more so. Sorry about that. I clicked something somewhere. I'm gonna go back here. I'm gonna go to my select tool. I'm gonna click the area that is bothering me. And I'm showing you just a quick way that you can erase. Okay, that's the area that's bothering me. I'm gonna be on fill. I'm gonna go back to the layer that I don't like. And I'm gonna click here. It immediately gets rid of what I don't like. Then I'm gonna go back to the layer that has what I do want. I'm gonna reactivate it. I've got to use my move tool because I need, sorry, I keep doing it. This is trial and error for me too. I'm gonna continue with going ahead and moving the sequin down. I'm gonna go to my move tool. I need to move it down. I need to stretch it or scale it. And that's too big in comparison to kind of what's going on up at the top. So what I'm gonna do is use the distort on this one so it kind of, the pixels kind of stay the same size. I don't want it to be too crazy. Okay, I'm done there. And again, I'm going to the layer that has the part of the drawing that I want. I'm gonna select it. And I'm gonna go to the layer that has the print that I want. Again, I'm copying. Going to the layer where, I want the fabric. I'm pasting. It's where I need it to be. I'm done. Get rid of that. So there we go. So now, if you have a client that is just really indecisive on, kind of what she wants, and she can't make up her mind and all this other foolala, you can kind of show her, these are your options. This is what it'll look like if you go with it. Okay, I'm going to use my tool again for the erasing outside part because that's going to drive me crazy. I'm going to select it. On the, here's an important thing to note as I'm trying to erase. Any layer that you're on and you use the select tool, it can only select what's on that layer. It can't select something that's not on the next layer. So this layer only has the fabric. So that's all it can select. And what's happening is if I were to click on full erase, it's not even doing that. Normally it would delete it. I don't want this gotten rid of. I want to see where there are these little lines somewhere in here, and I can't figure out where they are. Deselect it. Oh well, it seems to fix itself, so never mind about that. I'm trying to think, is there anything else that I could potentially share with you with this select tool here? Probably not. Then for your client, you can just have them, hey, go between, what do you want? Do you want that? Do you want that? What do you want? And then that client can decide from there. Sorry, I'm having a hard time figuring out what I want to say. Probably nothing else that I needed to say, so I'm just going to go ahead and close this out here. But I was just sharing some information on adding patterns to your drawings in Autodesk Sketchbook. Hope you guys have a good night.